Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is the Utah Vinyl Connection. My name is Kent. What I'm going to show you today is just a bunch of records that I've found over the last couple months. It's going to be a bunch of different varieties of genres from a bunch of different places. And once again, I'm going to be unprepared, so I'm just going to kind of wing it. And so let's just get started and I'll show you what I got. So I really like country music, especially country music women in general. But this record here is it's a double album. It's called Country Soul Sisters, Women in Country Music from 1952 to 1978. It's got Dolly Parton, Jeannie C. Ridley, Tammy Wynette, Bobby Gentry, Patsy Cline, Nancy Sinatra, Tanya Tucker, Loretta Lynn, and Kitty Wells, and much, much more. It's a double record, gatefold, really put together well. It's got a bunch of bios on all of them. And even on the inner sleeves also. You know, they've got bios there. There's Nancy Sinatra right there. The records, and this was a used record. I paid 20 bucks for this, and you know, it was worth it to me. I love this. So that's the first one. I'll put that away in a minute. This next record is, I went to a yard sale last weekend, and the guy had a bunch of records. They were $1 a piece. One of my friends told me about it. He had been up there the day before and bought a bunch. And I went up there and they were all inside. He said, yeah, these were my mother's records. And the guy was pretty old, so most of it was older stuff. And I bought some jazz. I bought some country. And I picked up this one. It's Jerry Reed, The Bird. I love Jerry Reed. Anytime I can find one of his records, I'll pick it up. And these things are in perfect condition too. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Jerry Reed, one of my favorite artists. This record I picked up from my local, one of my local record stores, Lavender Vinyl, here in Ogden, Utah. I've been wanting this record for many years. This is Black and White by Tony Joe White. This is on Monument. It's got the song that everybody knows, Polk Salad Annie, made famous by Elvis. This is kind of swamp music. It's really good. It's produced by Billy Swan. And I paid, you know, more than I should have for this one too. I think I gotta quit telling how much I pay for these because my wife watches this, so it was a pretty good price. Okay, here's Phil Alvin. I've actually had this record for a little while, but I just recently dug it out again because I bought the next record I'm going to show. This is a record, it's out of 1986. It's like jazz, folk, you know, country blues. It's just a really good album. Phil Alvin he's an amazing singer. And he's got his brother, I believe, plays on this one. I'm not sure. They're brothers, so they kind of battle a little bit once in a while. I can't read that. Anyway, really good record. The reason I dug that one out is because I found this record. Here's the Blasters. This has got Dave Alvin and Phil Alvin. This is an amazing record too. It's kind of, I don't know, punk rock in a way. I don't know exactly. They say it's kind of pre-punk or something, but really a rockin' record. This thing is Really good. I'm very happy to have this one. Okay, this next record, next two, is I bought some records on the marketplace. And, you know, they show you what's there and they want X amount of money for it. And I could see, this was one of the records I could see in there. And I didn't even know who it was. So I've come to find out that it's Bob Weir. So anyway, I contacted the lady and she says, yeah, sure, come and take a look at them all. And so I went over there and she says, there's a bunch of Grateful Dead records that was in with these too, but I think I'm going to keep these. And I said, that's fine, you know. So I made a time to go visit her and pick them up and found this one. It's really cool. It's basically a Grateful Dead record. And this one was with it as well. This is out of 1969. This is Taj Mahal, Giant Step. It's Electric Blues. It's a double record. This thing, the cover's kind of beat up, but the vinyl is in excellent shape. It's a gatefold. It's the first record I've got from Taj Mahal, so I'm very happy to find that one. These next two records are, I have a little honey hole thrift shop up in Ogden, and the lady's got a bunch of stuff that's always in perfect condition. And as I buy something or whoever, it's usually me, then they replenish with something else. Bobby Gentry and Glen Campbell. I've got a couple of copies of this one, and but this is the best one I've found so far. It's perfect. I really been getting into both of these artists lately, especially Glen Campbell. Glen Campbell was an amazing guitar player. I saw him in concert back in probably 1980. He wasn't a headliner or anything, but when I saw him, I was like, whoa, that guy is good. So that was probably back in around the time he was with Tanya Tucker. I'm not really sure. Glad to have that. In that same place, you've got this Ozark Mountain Daredevils. I already have a copy of this, but it's in pretty good shape. But this one is perfect. This is on A&M. Love me some Ozark Mountain Daredevils. So, there's a couple more of these before I get... I picked up this one from my local record store. Had to pay up a little bit for this one because it's Tom Waits. I don't have a whole lot of Tom Waits records, but whenever I see him, I'm going to pick them up. I've got almost all of his CDs. Love Tom Waits. Got a little lyric sheet inside. This is the Heart of Saturday Night. Love, love, love this one. This one is one of my favorites. This is one I bought from the lady on Marketplace. This was Doc Watson and the Boys. Anytime I find Doc Watson, I always pick it up as well. He's one of my very favorites as well. And of course, you've got the Flying Burrito Brothers. I mean, I don't really know that much about these. I know this is not probably their best one, but maybe it is. I don't know. I like it. So when I did go up there to pick up those records, and the lady says, yeah, I think I'm going to keep the Grateful Dead records. She says, you know, I just really wasn't into it. So we made a deal, and I ended up picking up those too. This one is not, this is just a Jerry Garcia. But this is a really good record too. the backside. Sorry, I wish I knew more about them, but I'm just trying to get this done. Oh, also, here is the band. Love me some band. This is Northern Lights, Southern Cross, out of 1975. Really good record. Anything by the band I love. I'm looking to find The Last Waltz on vinyl. I passed it up one time, and I haven't seen it since, so. Okay, here's another one by the band. This one's out of 1977. This is called Islands. Don't even recognize the names of a lot of these, but I'm sure once I hear it, I'll recognize. This record I picked up last weekend for $1, and I normally don't buy Neil Diamond records, but this was produced by Robbie Robertson of the band. It's called Beautiful Noise. I've only listened to one song or one side of this, and it was pretty good. It was different. So, looking forward to listening to more of that one. Okay, on to some of these Grateful Dead records. Here is, that's a cool label. This one is Blues for Allah. Franklin's Tower, Crazy Fingers, Blues for Allah. Very cool. Put these away when I'm done. This one here is a Merle Saunders, Jerry Garcia, Bill Kahn, Bill Vitt, live at Keystone. It's a double record. I guess Merle Sanders and Jerry got together and performed a couple different times when they weren't on tour. It's a really cool gatefold. I haven't had a chance to listen to too much of these. Here's Grateful Dead, Anthem of the Sun. Like I say, I don't have very many Grateful Dead records, but I kind of do now. Here is, what does that say? That's American Beauty. It's hard to read, but I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. Sugar Magnolia, Friend of the Devil, Ripple, Truckin'. This is a really good record. Both of my daughters love the Grateful Dead even more than me. I've only seen them in concert once. They've been to Vegas to see him, and so they know more about this than I do. This is one of my favorite covers. It's Terrapin Station by the Grateful Dead. It's on Arista. I listened to this with my daughter and my wife a couple weeks ago, and she said that Terrapin Station is her very favorite Grateful Dead song. So, that's good enough for me. And then also, there's this gem that I picked up. This is in really good shape as well. Sweetheart of the Rodeo. I found a copy of this maybe 3 months ago and I had to pay like $17 for it. And it was, you know, decent, but not bad. Not that good. Not as good as this one. So this is an upgrade. One of them will be passed on to somebody. Here's a record out of 1975. Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen. Tales from the Ozone. Good old hippie music. Here's another Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen. Hot Licks, Cold Steel, and Trucker Favorites. Commander Cody. I don't know what this one's called, but I'm really happy to have all these. It's good stuff. Here's New Riders of the Purple Sage. I believe this is their first record. This one's got Jerry Garcia on it, playing pedal steel guitar and banjo. And the last one I'm going to show is Quicksilver. I just love that cover on this one. There's the back side. So I'm going to try to keep this short. I've bought tons more stuff than this recently. I'm just trying to clean some of this disaster I've got going on in my little bar here. So I've got to get things organized. So I just want to thank everybody who stuck around and watched this. Thank everybody who has subscribed to my channel. Of course, I was going to write down a bunch of people to give a shout out to, but of course I forgot to do that as well. So one of these times I'm going to get myself organized and put out a good video. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.